I woke before the sound of meaning. Words were waiting out of place. A quiet fire beneath the surface, still unnamed, still without shade. I stood where echoes never answered, every step unsure, unclaimed. The light was small but never fading. It asked nothing, yet it stayed. I didn't come here seeking answers, only space enough to breathe. This is the unsaid beginning, not a cry, not a sign, just a pulse beneath the silence, learning how to stay alive. Hands still shaking from the distance between the truth and what I know. I carry pieces of tomorrow in a voice too low to show. Seeking answers, only space enough to breathe. This is the unsaid beginning, no arrival, no release, just a flame that keeps on listening, waiting to become belief. If I stay with what is forming, something true may appear. The surface held its calm expression. Nothing moved, nothing broke. underneath the quiet distance, something shifted, something spoke. I traced the lines I couldn't measure, cracks that time forgot to name. Every step still felt familiar, yet the ground was not the same. I thought the stillness meant protection. Now I hear it bend and strain. There are fractures in still water, lines of light I can't ignore. Not enough to call it breaking, just enough to feel once more. I kept my balance by pretending nothing has to be revealed, but reflection turned to question, and the calm refused to heal. I thought the stillness meant protection. Now it trembles when I stay. There are fractures in still water, shallow cuts beneath the skin. Not a fall and not a rescue, just the truth I'm standing in. Yeah. I carry rooms I never enter, names I never had to say, Every silence grows a shadow, every choice refuses way. I walk beneath unspoken towers, built of hours left behind. Nothing seen but always leaning on the edges of my mind. If I slow down, I feel it pulling like a hand I can't escape. There's a weight of invisible things pressing down without a sound. Not enough to break the motion, just enough to bend the ground. I learned the art of standing steady while the air grew thick with doubt. Every breath became a measure of what stayed and what went out. I thought time would thin the pressure, but it learned my shape instead. There's a weight of invisible things, every step a quiet test. Not a burden asking mercy, just a truth against my I knocked on walls made out of question. Every echo faced away. All the exits led to motion. None of them asked me to stay. Map the lines of outer distance, measured ground I couldn't keep. Every answer wide in silence, every surface felt too steep. Then something shifted without warning. No sound, no sign, no flame. There's a door that opens inward, not to escape, not to hide. It doesn't promise resolution, only where I have to stand inside. I stopped demanding explanations, let the moment rearrange. What I called the lack of meaning began to feel like space. I didn't lose what I was searching. It was never meant outside. There's a door that opens inward, no announcement, no relief, just a quiet change of direction from the ground beneath my feet. There's a door that opens inward. I won't force it, I won't flee. If I listen where it leads me, I might learn what's shaping me. Used to fill the empty corners with the sound of what I fear. Every pause felt like a question, every quiet disappeared. Silence stayed without resistance, never asking me to speak. It held the weight of my attention without pulling me too deep. I stopped reaching for the moment, let it rest where it was found. I'm learning the shape of silence, how it moves without a sound. Not a space that needs explaining, just a form that holds me now. Call the edge of meaning was a line I couldn't see. Every breath became a measure of how stillness carries me. I don't need to frame the moment, I can let The sun, but where it leans, every step feels more familiar, like the ground remembers me. The questions lost their sharp insistence, they don't pull me as before. What I feared was falling open, feels like standing near a door. I don't need the trust the rush. I hear my name without the echo. I see paths without their end. Every doubt still has a shadow, but it no longer pretends. I won't force the shape of meaning. I can walk the rest in time. I'm almost home, almost clear, still a step away from home, but the silence isn't heavy, and the dark has lost control. I'm almost home, almost clear. If I stop, I'm standing still. If I move, I'm moving forward, with or without knowing still. Almost home, almost clear. If I stop, I'm standing still. If I move, I'm moving forward, with or without knowing still. Almost home, almost clear. Nothing left to rearrange now, nothing asking me to prove. All the lines I try to follow found their place by staying true. I don't feel the need for distance, I don't reach for what was lost. Every moment fits its breathing, without counting what it cost. What I was no longer pulls me. What I am no longer hides. This is the quiet alignment, no arrival, no release, just the world and I in balance, letting motion come to peace. Stand steady without claim. Every step aligns with silence. Every silence knows my name. is the quiet alignment, not a summit, not a sign, just a moment resting evenly between the known and undefined. This is the quiet alignment, nothing more I need to be. If the path dissolves behind me, let this balance carry me.